Hi Internet, I'm Udoka. I will try to keep this brief, but I feel very passionately about this because nobody is addressing this issue from this angle. And yes, Donald Trump's statements are racist. Yes, the White House trying to defend the statements are racist. And here's why. Do we Africans come from S-hole countries? Well, first, please understand, Africa is a continent which has a variety of countries, and each of these countries have their own issues. Are these countries S-hole countries? I cannot say. I'll definitely tell you Nigeria is not an S-hole country. We have all the resources we need, all the wealth that we need to be a player in the world economy. Unfortunately, our government is not taking that seriously. Therefore, we do not want to stay in Nigeria. We want to come to America. Obviously, America is the best country on earth to fulfill whatever dream that it is that you have. But does that make us S-hole people? Does that make us immigrants that shouldn't be in America? Does that make us people who you should choose Norway over us? Well, let's see. Let's think here. Let's see if you can get on my same page. Let's see if you can understand the logic here. Norway is a blank country. It's a socialist country. It's another S word, but it is a socialist country. They have a lot more socialistic laws, and that's why people are happier there. Oh, go figure. Go figure. They kind of do some of the things that Bernie Sanders wanted to do. Anyway, so Donald Trump is saying it is better to have people who grew up in a socialistic system come to America, which is the most capitalistic system in the world. He's saying it's better for them to do that than for an African immigrant. Okay, but what are the facts? The statistics show who is more likely to have a higher education level, a Norwegian immigrant or an African immigrant? Guess. Did you guess right? The answer is the African immigrant. Who is more likely to have a higher income level? The Norwegian immigrant or the African immigrant? Did you guess right? The answer is the African immigrant. The fact is, African immigrants outperform in the workplace. They out-earn the average American. Doesn't matter if you're white, black, or Asian. An African immigrant will out-earn you. And we have higher education levels than the average American. Yes, you can compare us to black people, you can compare us to white people, you can compare us to Asian people, you can compare us to black Hispanics, white Hispanics, you can compare us to whatever group you want to compare us to. We will outperform them. That's what the statistics show. So let's think about this. If that's what the statistics are, if the statistics show that African immigrants actually contribute to the American economy, we actually assimilate so well that we are in positions of power and, high earning positions that require higher education level. If the statistics show that African immigrants actually do all of the things that the White House is saying that the president wants to do, why would Donald Trump say we should bring in a socialist Norwegian instead of an African who's hungry for capitalism? Why? Maybe it's because of something that starts with the letter R. Maybe it's because racism still is alive and well. And you can't hide from it. You can't. I mean, there's so many people who love Donald Trump and they're trying to defend him and they're trying to prove that this has nothing to do with racism. But you can't hide. It is abundantly clear. It is abundantly clear. By the way, guys, Nigerians don't live in huts. We don't. It's actually illegal to live in a hut. It's illegal. Like, you can't even say it as a joke because it is outlawed in Nigeria. Just another FYI. And I'm also irritated that nobody brings up these points. Okay, people are bringing up the fact that what he said sounds offensive, and they're bringing up the point that, what about slavery? They're bringing up these points, but nobody is even talking about the real juice. The real juice is that African immigrants are amazing contributors to American society. Amazing contributors to American society. We contribute more to this society than the average friggin' person who was born in this country. Because let's face it, when you're born into privilege, you take advantage of it. You don't take it seriously. When all of your life you see that privilege and you've been yearning for it and you've been dying for it and you have what it takes inside you to capitalize on that privilege, when you come into that privilege, you're not taking it for granted. You're taking it all the way when you come into that privilege. And being an American citizen and being able to live and study and work in America is a privilege. And so when people who come from places that oppress them or don't provide them those privileges, when they come from those S-hole countries, they take it seriously. They take it more seriously than the people who are born into it. Isn't that always how it is? I know Donald Trump is an exception, but isn't the story always about somebody coming from the wrong part of town and now he's made it? Isn't it always about so-and-so has a baby out of wedlock, poor, homeless, and now she's written Harry Potter? Isn't the story always about somebody who came from a place of no privilege, and when they were given the opportunity, they took it more seriously than the people who are born into it? Donald Trump's brother was supposed to be the man. He was born into that privilege. He didn't take it seriously. Donald Trump wasn't automatically given all of the privileges of his family. But once he got it, he took it seriously. I'm even using Donald Trump as an example. So, if you want to say the countries that we come from, if you want to say African countries are S-hole countries, you can go ahead. But you can't deny that the people who come from those countries are damn good at contributing to America and assimilating into America and engaging in American values. And nobody's talking about that. You know what else that means? It means, yes, racism exists and it doesn't freaking matter. Listen, if somebody can come into this country with no freaking money in the face of racism and still in the census mark that they make more money than you do, then what is your excuse? What is your excuse? You don't have any. It is about time that, Steve Martin has this quote, you need to become so good that they can no longer ignore you. It's about high time that people stop complaining and start performing, so that eventually, doesn't matter how racist somebody wants to be, they cannot deny the truth. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you leave me a comment, I just might give you a shout out in my next video. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss another update. I am trying to grow this YouTube channel. I don't post much, but gosh, it was just eating me alive that nobody is talking about this very important point. African immigrants are amazing. And guess what? You probably know some, and you don't even know they're African immigrants. You don't even know they're African. You don't even know they might be first or second generation African from some African country. You don't even know. Because all they see is the color of our skin. They see that we're black, and we think it means we're all poor, poverty, destined for jailhouse. And the truth is, we are livers of the American dream. Hey, with that, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Like it if you like it. I guess dislike it if you don't. And until next time, peace out.